Hey, what the fuck is up, YouTubers? My name is TheMrHuntinNoobs, and holy fuck, that Super Bowl was ass, man. you know, I was super excited for the Super Bowl. You had the number one offense going against the number one defense, and now history proven that defenses win game, and it definitely proved itself last night. I wanted the Broncos to win because I'm a huge Peyton Manning fan. Even though, as El Presidor puts it, the biggest choke artist in the history of NFL, and you really can't disagree with the guy, man, because Peyton Manning he should have 5 Super Bowls, at least 4 Super Bowls under his belt, man, where he's absolutely fucking collapsed in games, man. High pressure games too, man. It's like the guy just does work all season long, and then once the playoffs start, man, he just transforms into a fucking idiot, man. Like, I mean, I hate to even talk bad about the guy. Like I said, I really, really like his game, and I love this play right here. This is what I call outplaying your opponent. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get over there. I just wanted to get a little closer, outplayed him, and it worked to my benefit. I know he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, surprise, motherfucker. So, anyways, like I said, man, it was just such a disappointment. I just felt like, I don't feel like Eli Manning deserves more Super Bowl wins than his brother, Peyton Manning. Even though Eli earned both of his Super Bowls, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to take away from Eli and the New York Giants did. I just don't feel like he's nowhere near the same level of skill and just to be able to play a quarterback a football game as his brother Peyton is. That's my opinion. Some people may agree to disagree, but hey, it is what it is. It's how I feel about it. I know football fairly well, so I just don't feel like Eli is nowhere near the caliber that Peyton is. So it was heart wrenching, man. I mean, it just the start of the game to get a safety, and you just fucking knew, man. You knew it was going to be downhill after that, and I said that hill so country hill. It was downhill after that, man. And Seattle, not taking anything away from Seattle, man, because Seattle is a top caliber team, man. I mean, they are the best in the biz, man. And they've proven, man, defense wins games, man. Their defense was just fucking on lockdown. It's like they had God mode on. And, Peyton Manning didn't have a chance, man. They just outplayed him in every facet of the game. I really thought Peyton is going to be his last year. I thought he was going to win and be over with, retire kind of like what Elway did. But, as Thunder said, man, with the beatdown that he received yesterday, man, he just has to come back and redeem himself somewhat. It's almost like a revenge spawn, Somebody kills you, you're coming back for that fucking kill. And look at this kid get destroyed. He's gone. Oh, it feels good pooping on people like that, man. So I don't know, man. That's my opinions. Write in the comment section below where you guys were impressed with the Super Bowl at all. I mean, it was, and I tell you what, I'll give you a little example. This morning, Snorth and myself had a conversation, and I didn't feel like he was talking too bad about football, but I definitely felt like he was disrespecting it just a little bit, And that's typical with a lot of people that are not from the United States. Not a lot of people really get the sport, and I guess to the extent of where a lot of people from the United States don't really get, rugby and cricket and hell, even soccer, even though we call it soccer or whatever. It's just a FYI, just a fun little fact you guys might not know about. In the United States, we did not come up with the word soccer. So please stop saying that we're fucking idiots for calling the game soccer. The actual, the word, fuck, I couldn't think of the word, soccer, where it originated from, is England. I was watching, Google sometimes puts up fun facts on their homepage. They actually had it up. They said where the word soccer, where it was originated at, and it was England. It was a crazy fact I didn't know about. But anyways, I just felt like I needed to say that because, I don't know, people always try to poke fun at the United States fans. Oh, that egg ball. Snorth is saying, oh, they're going to be playing a hand egg ball that nobody outside the United States cares about. And I was like, I don't know, man. For me, it feels like, and it's exactly what I told Snorth. It's like, don't knock it until you try it, or don't talk bad about it if you don't know about it. It's almost like, I'm going to go over in this commentary, it's almost like when people that never play on Nintendo or whatever, or Wii U, and be like, you play on the Wii U, you blow. And it's like, have you played on it before? Have you see how good the graphics are? Then how the fuck can you talk bad about it? So now, he said that he watched 30 minutes of the football game, and he just felt like he can't get into it. Well, I must agree with him. He unfortunately caught a really shitty game. And I'm sure there's shitty games in rugby, and I'm sure there's shitty games in soccer. Well, my thing, I told him, I was like, well, you think about soccer or football. You know, there's games that end in 0-0, but they're still entertaining games. You know, just because there's not a lot of scoring and whatnot, a lot of action. This is what he said, action. There's no action. Doesn't mean that it's necessarily a bad game. It might be one of those sports for him that he has to go check out. It might have to go to a game and watch. You know, like he was stated before. Just like baseball is for me, man. Baseball, I can't fucking stand it. It's probably one of the slowest and most boring sports in the history of sports, in my opinion. But if me and a couple of my buddies go to a game, it's actually interesting. It's fun. The atmosphere is cool. You know, I can sit there, you know, when it's slow and, you know, you got a fucking 0-0 at the top of the seventh where you've been there sitting there for an hour already, nothing happened. You know, you got your buddies there to sit there and talk to. So, I don't know, man. It's just unfortunate that the game last night definitely put off a bad vibe because, you know, the Super Bowl is watched around the world. Not a lot of people like or get it and care for it. My father-in-law, I'll tell you what, when he came in from Argentina, he was the same way as Snorth, man. I swear to you. He was like, this fucking stupid-ass sport. Egg ball, and, you know, it makes no sense. Why this? Rugby's better, this, that, and the other. And then finally I was like, do you know anything about the sport? Do you know anything? No. Okay, well, let me explain it to you. Sit down one Sunday with me, and I'll explain the rules to you. Well, that happened, and every Sunday he watched every fucking single football game thereafter, and all the time he asked me how's the football games going? How's this? How's the Bengals going? Well, he already knows my Bengals blow, but, you know, he liked the sport. It's I don't know, man. I guess it's an acquired taste, man. Growing up in the States, it's what's shoved down our throat, and I love it, man. It's a great sport. Just like I like rugby. I really do. I like cricket. I've watched cricket matches before. That's what I told Snorth. I said, I like anything that people show passion for and a real desire and pros, man. It's just nothing like watching pros, man. Well, I like college basketball, but they'll eventually be pros, whatever. But just for me, man, you know, these guys are the best of the best, man, regardless of what sport it is, and it's fun for me. But unfortunately, last night, the Super Bowl wasn't fun for me. And even worse, the commercials were they were even more horrific than the actual game itself. I don't know, man. It was just unfortunate because that kind of represented what we have for football throughout the rest of the world. And the rest of the world was watching, and the rest of the world was really bored. And I was right there with the rest of the world, man. It was just like, this is fucking awful. So, I don't know. Write in the comment section below. This is a bit of a babble rant. Again, just Snort's my dude, man. We had it was awesome, man, to be able to. He and I were. I was tweeting at 5:30 in the morning to Snort. He and I were Twitter boxing to an extent, back and forth, talk about why this, why that, and it's awesome because he's across the world, man. And I really sat back and thought about it. I just realized how cool as fuck that was. I'm having a conversation with a guy across the world, man. I don't know. It's just amazing to me, man. This day and age, when it comes to social media, and he even said, even with YouTube, you know, how you're able to interact with people you probably would never, ever, ever speak to. You wouldn't, man. It's just wild, man. I don't know. Maybe that's a whole other topic in itself. I do apologize, guys, if it's a bit of a rant, and I kind of went over with it. The Super Bowl fucking sucked. The commercials fucking sucked. And unfortunately, you know, it's what, you know, represented our football game throughout the world because, you know, people, like I said before, people from other countries, that's about the only game they're going to watch is the championship game. You know, oh, man, people are talking about the Super Bowl. Well, let me have a look at this. Let's see why the Americans like it. And then they watch it like, this is shit. It was fucking shit, man. Unless you're a Seattle fan, then it was fucking amazing. But I don't know, guys. I appreciate your support as always. Write your comments in the section below. Tell me what you feel. And until next time, guys, it's your boy Noops. I'm out this bitch. Deuces. Get Rex on. Woo. All that fun stuff. Later.